Although this being my second TEDx talk, I'm very proud to say that this is my first TEDx talk as a high school graduate. Last Wednesday, I graduated from Heritage High School in Littleton, and following that, I had a graduation party with friends and family who came from all over the state, but I also had some teachers come, and one of the teachers brought his two young boys, one in 3rd grade and one in 5th grade, and it kind of made me wonder that this is the end of my high school career, but they're not even halfway through, and what is life going to be like when they graduate in 2020 and 2022? But then I also started wondering, what is my life going to be like, or how was my life when I was in 5th grade? And looking back, I was never great in academics, and I never really excelled in sports, but there was two things I was very good at. One, being a magician, and two, making money. And my first project was I sold concessions at my brother's flag football games, where I had a great profit margin selling cans of Coke and chips and candy and all kinds of different things. And that kind of continued. And then in 7th grade, I decided to combine both my passions, and I started doing magic shows for hire, and then it continued and continued and continued until I started producing my own shows. And then freshman year, 9th grade came up. Now, I want everybody to remember what it looked like freshman year of high school. I want everybody to think about the fear of rejection with the excitement of being a new high school student. And this is what I looked like. Needing braces desperately, acne prone, and not very flattering mom. So with the fear of going through high school I had something a little bit different that was on my plate. As a magician, I got to travel all over the world performing for some of the most amazing magicians and some of the most amazing people. But one time we were in Nashville, Tennessee, when my parents could not go, and me being the proponent invited my magic teacher to go along with me. And on that faithful trip, we also celebrated my 15th birthday, but on the 3rd night, my magic mentor sexually abused me. Well, that really brightened up the mood. And it was a hard time for me because, first off, I'm a new high school student, but I'm also dealing with the abuse, and I was in a very dark place with a lot of suicidal thoughts, and it was a very dark place for me. And it really did not change until I didn't have a lot of friends because I didn't go to school, and it changed a lot of who I was because I didn't have anybody to talk to and nobody to relate to. And my parents helped, but they couldn't really relate to what was going on. And what was the big help was nobody knew what was going on, but I got a text from somebody that looked a little bit like this. A text from my Aunt Connie asking me to go to lunch. Now, to a lot of people, this is nothing, but for me, it was what I needed to get through what was going on, and it was almost a lifesaver for me because she had no clue what was going on with my abuse, but she was there to be a friend and to also be have unconditional love, and she never really told me what I wanted to hear, but she always told me what I needed to hear, and she was a huge help in my life. Later on in my high school career, I learned about Maya Angelou and her teachings, where she encourages everybody to be a rainbow in somebody else's clouds. Now, a rainbow not meaning that it has to be going above and beyond and doing something extraordinary. It's just looking at somebody in the eye and saying, "How are you?" in the morning, or opening the door for somebody, or paying for the person's overpriced coffee behind you in Starbucks. Being a rainbow in somebody else's clouds can be as small as that to as big as being there for somebody who really needs it. I encourage you all to go and be, this is me and my Aunt Connie, to be a rainbow in somebody else's clouds, and I encourage you all to be an Aunt Connie in somebody else's world. Thank you.